Hi, welcome to APU.
My name is Shay Rojas, and I am a senior psychology major as well as an admissions intern.
My name is Dimitri Chavarria. I'm a senior business major. I'm an admissions intern as well.
And we are going to take you on a vlog tour around APU's campus. Let's go. Hey, it's us again.
Ooh, it's us again. All right, so we're starting here in front of the Welcome Center. We're just going to head over to the trolleys right over there, our signature trolleys, and then we're going to head over to West Campus to start the vlog tour.
Yes. So to tell you a little bit about the trolleys, these are our main shuttle service in between the campuses because we have 2 campuses. There's typically about 2 to 3 running at a time, and they come every 7 to 10 minutes.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Anything else you want to say about the trolleys?
You did it just great.
Thank
I have nothing
you.
else. You're so welcome.
Thank you. Wow, so sweet. So where's the trolley, Dimitri?
So have you heard about the app that we have? That if you download this app on your phone, you're actually able to track where the trolleys are between both campuses.
What app is that?
It's our APU home app. You're just going to download it right on your phone. Just search Azusa Pacific University and it pops up brick red right there on the App Store. Like that. Just like this. Exactly like that.
Oh, wow. There's a trolley right there. Let's go.
Dude, let's go. So here we are on the trolley.
Famous trolleys.
Signature trolleys. Signature.
Yeah. We're back. Welcome to Segerstrom Science Center. This is home to all of the science departments and science majors. So if you're interested in biochemistry, physics, math, this is where those majors are housed. Dimitri's going to take over.
It's just nice to know that as soon as you walk into a science building, not only do we have a Bible verse, but it also shows that we integrate faith into all of our courses on campus, whether that is prayer before class or after class, or just Bible verses on a couple of PowerPoints. We're going to have some sort of way to integrate faith into the classroom.
So right behind me we have the Math Center, as well as right across from us we have the Writing and Speaking Center. And these are just a few of the academic resources that we hold for our students. In the Math Center you can get any types of free math tutoring, physics tutoring, statistics tutoring, and in the Writing and Speaking Centers, if you just need some help with brainstorming for papers, you can head to the Writing Center and utilize some of those free resources.
So aside from all the different resources that we have on, in this building alone or close to this building, on the second floor in the back corner, which is way up there, that I'll point out really, there you go, Shay. Shay's got it too, right up there, is a cadaver lab. No, we don't want to go in there. With that, as I mentioned, our nursing department, so our nursing program is ranked top 10 in the nation. Those who pass the NCLEX, the national average is going to be about 45%, 45%. APU's average for passing on the first try is actually 90%.
You're probably wondering about safety on campus. They are composed of professionals as well as students, so that's another student employment if you want to make some coins. You can be a student worker for campus safety. They are on watch and on patrol 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on both campuses as well as all of the living areas. So you're always going to be safe in that respect. And a few of the resources that they have put in place for us specifically as students, faculty, and just visitors on campus to ensure our safety. If you take a look inside of any of the big areas on campus or any of the
parking lots.
Then you will find a huge white pillar with a big blue light on the top, and these are our emergency pillars. If at any time you feel unsafe or uneasy about anything, you can feel free to press that button on the blue light pillar and it'll alert campus safety as well as Azusa PD, which are our next door neighbors as well, just a little bit of a plug. We also have escort services that can escort students by foot or by vehicle to anywhere on campus that they need to get to. So Dimitri, what is one of your favorite places to eat off of campus?
I mean, it's so hard to choose when you have so many options within a half a mile radius, you would say? Half a mile? So I would say, right across from the apartments, there's Cane's, there's Chick-fil-A, there's Five Guys, there's Taco Bell. There's so many good options. So many good options. Choose. What about you? What's your favorite?
I don't know. I love desserts.
Desserts, yeah.
So they
good
have
option,
a yogurt land.
Yogurt land,
There's a after.
All right, so we're halfway here on the awkward steps. Up here, right behind us, we are currently at the Felix Event Center. So inside of this massive building that is right behind us is where we not only have chapels Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning, but this is also where we have our athletic events that are indoors. So men's basketball, women's basketball, volleyball, acro and tumbling. Sometimes soccer uses it for indoor soccer, so soccer players, you can use that too. But mainly, this is for chapel. Those of you who are worrying about how am I going to get to chapel before class or after class, don't worry about it. There's a 20-minute gap before and after. Gets you to and from chapel. 10:30 to 11:20 is when we have chapel. First 20 minutes is going to be worship, so there'll be a live band on either campus. So you get a full feel of worship as well as getting a message from either faculty member, staff member, or local campus pastors from the area, or sometimes even student testimony. So you'll hear your friends share about their lives as well. Chapel's great.
We love chapel.
We love chapel.
Alrighty, so we just finished coming up the awkward steps. Right behind me, this side, we have Mary Hill, and then next is Duke, and then Darling Library right behind me over on this side. And over here, we have our university bookstore, as well as Heritage Court, where all the delicious food is held. It's all full circle, just a huge circle of buildings all around us.
As Shay had just mentioned, the 3 different buildings that make up this side of West Campus, where we are standing right now, this is Mary Hill. Now behind this wall is where we have the Honors College on campus, and then down this great hall behind me is where we're gonna have our theater department. Now in the theater department, so we are ranked top 50 in the nation for theater arts on universities, which is amazing.
So let's take a little bit of a walk. And as we approach in this hallway behind me, we have our Hall of Nations. And these flags represent all of the students that have been on our campus from these countries. It's a great way that we love to show our diversity because we have so many different backgrounds that are represented in our student population. See any flags you know?
So where we're standing right now, this right here behind us is the Stamps Theological Library. Now this is our first of 3 libraries that we'll be able to show you guys. Now just some fun things to point out. So if you deal well with the quiet or you like the quiet, go hang out in there. So this is connected to our art hallway, which is right down this way. As you can see, that beautiful sign right there just says art hallway. Down here is just a lot of art.
All of the art that's created here in the art hallway is created by APU students, faculty, and or alumni. So it's incredible to see the amount of talent that we have here in APU's art department. Our longest standing piece is our 4 cornerstones, which is just over there. And those are the 4 core values that we hold here at APU. They are Christ, scholarship, service, and community. We're now walking through our biblical hallway. All of the classes, or most of the classes that are held down here, are a part of our biblical studies, theology departments, because as students coming in as a freshman, we are required to take about 18 units of biblical coursework, and that's going to equate to about 6 classes. You can break it up or make it up however you would like, but what I can say about these classes in my experience is that they've really shaped my faith and challenged my faith in the best ways possible. There's a huge variety of classes that you can and are allowed to take because we have a whole biblical studies department.
So along with just all the different Bible classes that you can take, it's a really cool thing to know that we are a non-denominational school, which means that when you come onto this campus, you do not have to sign a statement of faith. Now, all faculty members, staff members do have to sign that statement of faith, showing that they are believers of the Christian faith. That way, if us as students, if we have any questions or want to learn more about our faith, we're able to ask them those questions. That being said, if you are of non-faith, I've had many classes in my Bible classes where students could not be of faith or those who are of different faith. It doesn't hinder discussion, it only drives it forward. So that way we're able to learn more of different perspectives than what we grew up in, which I think is a beautiful factor.
We're here at Darling Library, which is our second of 3 libraries on campus.
We have to be quiet right now.
Because it's a library.
Yeah.
This is one of the general reference libraries. If you have any books you need for business, for psychology, anything aside from theology, you can find it right
Or
here.
fun reading.
Also, in this library, what makes it a little bit special is that we have our special collections,
Which has original works from C.S. Lewis, fragments of the Dead Sea Scrolls, as well as the Sumerian Scrolls. So you get that primary source. All right, now we have to go be quiet somewhere else. All right.
we're gonna walk through. All right.
So of course, when you're done with all your classes and stuff and you want to get meal breaks in between, you're more than welcome to stop on our West Campus. We have the food court over here. It's called Heritage Food Court. Inside of here, we have plenty of options for those who like all sorts of different things. We have Hillside Grounds, which is partnered with Starbucks. Next to that, we have a smoothie station. Next to that is going to be the walk. So we have beef, chicken, tofu, noodles, rice, all that healthy stuff. Next to that is called the grill. Who doesn't like burgers, chicken sandwiches, BLTs, onion rings, fries? Next to that is called the market. I like to say this is where students go to treat themselves. You can get your bottled coffee, you can get energy drinks, you can get ice cream. We're gonna head to the bookstore. So of course, when you think that all of your food is done and you wanna take a break, or you need other tools for your classes, you can just head on into the bookstore, which is gonna be
Bookstore
right here next to Heritage Food Court.
Hey, forgot to mention that we have a new food service provider, but called Bon Appetit. It's very delicious. They have all types of options, vegan options, gluten-free options, vegetarian options.
Now, of course, we are a university, so we do have athletics on campus. Now, out of all the 19 different varsity sports that we actually have a whole hall dedicated to them, which is where we're standing right now. And Shay's going in that slow motion turn, which is just for the dramatic effect. Now, where we're standing, as I mentioned, Hall of Champions, NCAA Division II, football teams are part of GNAC conference.
Boom.
All of our other 19 sports are going to be in the Pac West. I was an athlete myself when I was a freshman on this campus. So as I said, I'm a senior. 3 years ago, I played for the men's soccer team. Great experience. Now, for those of you who want to be a part of any athletic team, being a student athlete, very possible, a lot of fun, and doable.
I was not an athlete on campus, and I can still say that I enjoy going to all of the athletic events. Hey, we're back. We are now in the Felix Event Center where all of our indoor athletics happen, as well as chapel. So I'm going to give you guys a little panoramic view of what it looks like inside of the Felix Event Center. So one thing that I do want to point out is over here on this wall, we have God First written, because this is our motto, and it has been our motto since 1899. We want to make sure that we're upholding this value in everything that we do, because it's our core foundational principle. So we have it here so that we can exemplify God first to our athletes and all of the athletics programs that happen in here, as well as in chapel. Do you have any beautiful memories about what has happened in the Felix Event Center?
Definitely being an athlete, not only in the event center, but just having people cheer you on is a great feeling.
Yeah. Boom! We're done with West. Just like that.
Just like that.
So easy, so quick. So now we're going to hop on the trolley and head back to East Campus. Woo! We're back on East We're back on East Campus. More focused on student life, student services, housing, and one of my favorite things, food. Right over here in this building, it is 2 stories. This bottom level is where our 1899 dining hall is, and this is kind of works as our buffet style eatery, where you can do one swipe of your meal card, you can have as many plates of food as you want, you can stay as long as you want. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So this area that we're walking on is Cougar Walk, and typically this is the main hub for student life. As you can see, plenty of students. Over here we have Mexicali Grill, which is one of my favorite eateries. It's our Mexican food option. You can do Mexican burritos, build your own bowls, all that good stuff. And then right over here is Pause and Go. Pause and Go is our convenience store on campus, so if you're looking for some quick to-go snacks, you can grab some to-go snacks from Pause and Go. Right over here is Starbucks. I hope we all know what Starbucks is. If you don't, it's coffee, basically, coffee and pastries. And then lastly is right over here, and this is our Cougars Inn Cafe. They have build your own pasta bar, pizza bar. We love the dip. Right over here is mail services. Kind of works as just like the post office on campus for students who live on campus. So let's head over to our housing department. See you guys in a few minutes. Bye. We're back.
All right, we're back. This is Smith Pond. We have baptisms here, twice a year, halfway through each semester. After one of our chapels, we'll just come out here. There'll be some baptisms. Now, where we're walking to right now, over here is our study away office.
Here at APU, we have great options for studying away. There are 5 international programs and 2 domestic programs. The 2 domestic ones are Tahoe and Sacramento. Those ones are 2 new ones, but then our 5 international programs, which both Dimitri and I have both been on, are Ecuador, that's all Dimitri.
Ecuador, baby.
South Africa, that's all me. Oxford, China, and Norway. And the great thing about the APU specific program, all the financial aid, grants, scholarships are going to roll over to your semester abroad. So whatever you pay to go here is what you pay to go there. All the big stuff is covered through financial aid, grants, and scholarships. And what I can tell you is that my semester abroad was my favorite semester that I have ever been able to have here.
Out of all of them.
Out of all of
Out
them.
of all, wow.
I loved my semester abroad. I was able to live with the host family. Got to just really engage with the culture. It's a beautiful culture. I ate some incredible food. I also went shark cage diving. What are some things that you did in Ecuador? Tell us about your trip.
Ecuador was probably my favorite semester. I would have to say, not only are you in an amazing country, amazing capital city of in Quito in Ecuador for 3.5 months, it is a fantastic place where not only can you learn the language like Spanish, to speak Spanish in Ecuador, not only can you get your 2 semesters of language taken out of in 1 semester, which is a really great way to get ahead of your academic progress, but you can have some great food. You live in an apartment with some great people from 9 other different universities, so you're there with 10 universities total and a cohort of 35 to 40 people. But it's amazing knowing that you're in an apartment for a month. Next month, you're in a homestay with a family that's going to treat you just amazingly. They drive you everywhere. You get to try amazing foods. Third month, you're back in your apartments. And then the final 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, you actually get to travel. If you have the chance to study away, I encourage you to do so. I know both of us could just speak to that.
I can talk about it for days. Like, it was
likewise.
incredible.
But of course, we don't want to bore you with that information.
No. Hey, back again, live. This is Shay. I forgot my key by accident. Don't tell anybody. But Dimitri is such a gentleman, so he went to go run to get it for me because he's a soccer player and he runs a lot, and I don't. But in the meantime, I'm going to try out all of these comfy, cozy little chairs over here in our little plaza area. So I'll see you in a few minutes. He's back already. Wow. Aren't you a soccer player? Aren't you supposed to like run fast and
Weren't you supposed to
be
grab
okay?
the key?
Hey, I still have all my breath, so let's go into the dorms. So we're back. Dimitri has not caught his breath yet. He's in the process, but we're going to talk a little bit about housing. So where we are now is where all the freshman residence halls are. I'm going to point out each one to you guys. This one right over here is Engstrom with the beautiful flower tree in it, and then this one over here is Trinity, this big one, and there's a small one back there. That is Adams Hall, and that is our all-girls residence hall. Trinity and Engstrom are our co-ed residence halls. I lived in Engstrom when I was a freshman. I absolutely loved my experience. To tell you a little bit more about the residence halls, the two that are co-ed are Trinity. Woo!
Yeah!
APU!
Yeah!
Cameo. Alrighty, so Trinity and Engstrom are co-ed residence halls, meaning that they are gender specific by floor. They have both males and females. The bottom floors are female, top are male, and Trinity and Engstrom. And then over here in Adams, which is right over there, that is our all-girls residence hall. So the main difference between the three of them is that Trinity and Adams are community living spaces, meaning that there's one huge restroom on each section of the floor.
Big, about this big.
So how big?
It's about that big.
Oh dang, it's not that big at all. They're definitely a lot bigger than what Dimitri is portraying. And then here in Engstrom, it's like kind of like a suite style, Jack and Jill style setup. So there's one bathroom in the center of two bedrooms, and those bedrooms will share the one bathroom. And of course there is some give and take for each one, because if you live in the community living spaces, then you are not required to clean the bathroom yourselves. Of course, if you spill something, clean it up, but it is cleaned every other day or every day by facilities management. But if you live here in Engstrom, you have to provide all the materials yourself as well as clean the bathroom yourself.
I like to call this dorm the character building dorm.
Alrighty, so we are now back in Engstrom. This is what the inside looks like. This is the lobby area. We have some students live doing some homework, and hello, hi. Some regular APU students at work doing their academic studies. Beautiful. So we're going to take you into the model room. As you can see behind me, we have a bed and another bed. So we have two beds in each room, and in all of the rooms in the residence halls as well as the apartments, you will get a bed with a dresser, mattress, a desk and chair.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll get two beds. You'll get two beds on each side of you, which is going to be right here. Two beds. Then you're going to get two desks on each side. Then you're going to get two chairs on each side over here. And then as you go into, no matter which dorm you're going to go into, there's going to be closet space, or there's going to be a couple just drawers and cabinets along the walls. But this is what it normally looks like. And
this is the closet.
We did mention it is Jack and Jill, which means that you will share your room connected to a bathroom to another room.
It's back there. So in the bathroom, you get the typical bathroom things, a shower, a toilet, and everything. Bedroom right over there.
Now, one final thing, right here in this dorm, you have best seats in the house for baseball. I can cry just thinking about it.
In front of Engstrom, here we have two young ladies. This is what community is all about. You smell that? That's food. In-N-Out is one of my favorite places to eat, and we actually just opened an In-N-Out right across from the baseball field. So if you have a little hankering for some In-N-Out late at night, you can just walk 2 minutes to grab some. We also just opened a Cane's.
Chicken's so good.
Yeah, we love chicken. Dimitri and I love chicken.
What's up? So, I don't know about you guys, but I know when I came in my freshman year, I was pretty nervous. All of the emotions were flowing of what am I going to do? Who am I going to meet? So we have a program when you come in your freshman year. It's called our Alpha program. Now, not only do I think it's the best, but it is nationally recognized as best first year experience. So as soon as you come in, you step foot on campus, you'll be put with a group of friends in your major. So you'll meet with these people once a week, twice a week, depending on how many times you guys want to meet up. But what I think is the best part is that if this group of people becomes your friend, you're just going to start hanging out with them as people. You're not just going to be meeting because you have to meet in your alpha group. You're going to be meeting because you want to hang out with your friends, which is a beautiful transition into college life and college experience.
I came from about 6 hours away. I'm from the Bay Area, and I knew not a soul coming into APU. So my alpha group were people who really spoke into the person who I am today, because I was able to grow with them over the course of my freshman year. I went to study abroad with them sophomore year, and I've just grown a lot with these people. I still know them to this day. It's an amazing program to really just engage you as a freshman.
You guys are able to bond over that and kind of walk through the same exact steps of like integrating yourself into a new experience that you've never had before.
All right, so right behind us we have our Career Center, which is a really important, right there, which is a super important resource for us as undergrad and graduate students as well as alumni. In the Career Center, we're here getting our education, and this office is pivotal in preparing students for that process. The resources that they offer are not only free during your undergraduate years, but once you graduate, you have free resources for life as an APU alumni, which is incredible.
Fantastic.
We love the word free. A few of the resources that they offer are career explorations. You can do career labs with career counselors. You can do mock interviews with career counselors.
Free headshots.
Free headshots.
Free headshots every other Friday.
Resume workshops, cover letter workshops, plenty of different resources. They help you with grad school preparation and search if you're looking for a program out there. So the resources that they offer in the Career Center are lifelong resources. There are plenty of different student jobs. You would apply through Handshake, which is also through the Career Center. All of the on-campus and off-campus jobs are listed on Handshake. You just go on there, you apply for jobs, and you get the jobs, and you prepare yourself for life.
Exactly. I love my job. This is a great job. I get to meet people every single day. I love talking to people so much. It really brings me a lot of joy meeting new people all the time, and this job gives me the opportunity to do that. Not only that, I've had many different jobs on campus, as I mentioned earlier. Sing in chapel, that counts as a job as well for those of you who are interested in that. If you want to do media services, you'll set up chapel, you'll do lighting, audio, visuals, all the different things for chapel event services. You'll set up and tear down for all the events on campus. Tons of different jobs you can have on campus, 2,000 student-led jobs.
Alrighty, so right behind me we have our Center for Student Action. Service is one of our cornerstones, and because of that, it is a requirement for us as students to participate in about 120 service credits over the course of the 4 years, and that equates to about 15 credits per semester.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, that's what we call service learning. A few service learning courses that I know of in the bio department, I know that my roommate is a bio major, so for one of her core classes, she's required to go outside of APU's classes, to go out into the community and serve with the community. That's what we would call service learning. And if you're not participating in any service learning courses, then you can feel free to head to the Center for Student Action to participate in some of the service opportunities. They have one-time opportunities, they have ongoing opportunities, plenty of different ministries that you can participate in. If you're called to do more global engagement, then you can always feel free to join an action team. Action teams are kind of like short-term mission trips where we go over summer to plenty of different countries. Some of them are medical teams, ministry teams, all of the different types of teams.
Now, along with that, we have our SCRD office, which is the Student Center for Reconciliation and Diversity. Goes perfectly well with, action teams and service credits, because you're not only working with people in your community, you're also branching out into people in other communities, which means other cultures, other backgrounds, all that good stuff. Now, the SCRD office works really well with the student body. I think so, because I know a lot of students believe so as well, is because when you step foot on a college campus, not only is it a new experience, but you're also trying to figure out who you are as a person, finding out your identity. That office not only helps you figure out who you are as a person, but also who you are in your culture, and don't be afraid of who you are in your culture, and kind of stick true to that. And when you stick true to yourself, and that office helps you to just see that, you don't have to change for other people. God opens up doorways for you, opens up windows, opens up anything, and then you kind of just go about that path. Love that office. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now behind us to our right, their left, our right, back here, this long building back there. That building is called the Dome. So as we showed you the Felix Event Center, that is our basketball gymnasium, all of that beautiful stuff. But the Dome, believe it or not, did you know this? It used to be our old basketball gymnasium. Any student can use the facility, play basketball, do all that fun stuff. Yoga classes are held in there.
Yes,
yoga classes are held in there.
Cardio fusion classes.
Cardio fusion classes.
Cardio fusion.
Yeah, great stuff. Great way to get a workout. Also take a class, get
earlier.
credits.
Yeah, take a class, get some credits. You can play one-on-one basketball with your friends, your gal pals. And then right over here, the
right behind us.
couches are so comfortable in the dome.
The dome, right
A
there.
lot of commuter students hang out in here because the couches are really comfortable.
Yeah.
They have free food for commuter students, lockers, different types of resources for us. Dimitri, as well as myself, we are both commuter students, so we utilize the resources in the dome quite often. I like the oatmeal myself. Catch me napping.
Naps, that's what I was going to say. Naps are the best feature. Inside of there, you can also get your tickets for school dances. You don't have to be a commuter to do that. Any student can do that. You can sign up for any intramural sport that you want to inside of that office.
You can play some ping pong.
You can play some ping pong. You can play ping pong. You can play pool table. You can sing in there if you can do whatever. You can do great things in there. Go in there, meet new people. Who doesn't love community? Community is fantastic, and inside of there, you don't have to be a commuter. Go in there, meet commuters. Leave the dome, meet other people. A bunch of different things you can do. I love this building. It's just great resource for students. Now, that's the dome over there in that area. As I said, as we said, commuter life, all that fun stuff in that direction. Yes. Now, this office is called the Student Government Association Office, SGA. So inside of SGA, we have, the student body president, vice president, controller, all the other ambassadors and senators that are in all the other branches. Yes. But, what this means to me is they're the direct liaison between faculty, staff, and students, and our voice gets to be heard. I used to procrastinate on all my papers, and the library used to close at 1 a.m., and our voices were heard. It now closes at 3 a.m. I get 2 more hours to work on my papers. Oh, you're asleep? This front section is open 24/7. So students out there, don't be like me, be better. Do your homework beforehand. Yeah, be like Shay. Be like Shay.
Basically, get your stuff in, take care of it early, just do it.
I hear it's less stressful, but I wouldn't know because I don't do it. But
it is less stressful.
But be like Shay.
Alrighty, so right behind me we are in Wynn Amphitheater, and what happens here on a daily basis is you'll find students taking naps, doing homework, having coffee, or having outdoor classes, chapel, different types of things like that, outdoor activities. It's a really shaded, beautiful area, as well as the acoustics are really good, so you'll oftentimes hear a beautiful, sweet melody coming from the amphitheater, and it's oftentimes going to be the music department, sometimes maybe Dimitri and his garage band of pals will be out here.
We're not good, but it's fun. So now where we're standing at the moment, this is the Wilden Atrium. This is the Wilden Business and Management and School of Accounting Hall. In this building is where I live. This is where I spend close to 32 hours a week inside of. I love this building. I adore this degree. Like I said multiple times, I enjoy talking to people and going in business. I have that opportunity every single day to be in the classroom setting, speaking to people, having dialogue exchange, all of that, and then take it into my everyday life. One thing I want to point out inside of this building is right up here, this ticker. It's from our Student Investment Fund Club. Now, this club was given $10,000 about 3 years ago or so, and that has now increased to $16,000. Just once again, couldn't stress it enough with hands-on experience inside of this department. You'll handle finances like in person, and you'll hopefully make smart decisions on investing.
Yeah. Alrighty, so in front of Wilden Hall, we have one of my closest friends, besides Dimitri. It's Freddy the Cougar. This is our cougar. He's our mascot, and his name is Freddy. There's a couple of rumors that have gone around about him. Sometimes they say if you rub his paw for good luck, you'll graduate on time.
I just like to say, make sure your homework's in on time, or he will get you.
Oh.
He will get you. So we are now in the last place that we will be showing you guys on campus. This is called the Rose Garden. Not only is it, beautiful, just so calming and everything. It's just serene. I love this place personally for nostalgia, if you want to put it that way, but also the historical value that this little rectangle holds on campus as well. Believe it or not, so where we're standing, I'm just going to give you a quick panoramic view. This little rectangle of where we are standing is the original Azusa Pacific campus when it moved here from Whittier in 1949. Now, I love it that we are able to see the actual history of a place, especially where we go to school. Where we're standing right now, we're able to reflect on what the university started as, and every other place that we've shown you throughout this tour, you guys are able to see where we've come to and where we're going to continue to grow. I love this place. It's a beautiful place. Not only is it great for prayer, it's also one of the places why I decided to come here, which it makes it that much more meaningful for me.
The offices that are around us are modern language offices, journalism, public relations, those types of offices. Hey, it's us again. We just want to thank you so much for coming on our vlog tour of APU. We hope that you enjoyed getting just a little taste of what it's like to be here at APU.
Thank you guys for joining us on our vlog tour. It's been a great experience being able to do this for you guys. Down below is going to be all the contact information that you guys are going to be able to, either email, phone call our admissions office to answer any questions that you guys have for us at this moment. So once again, thank you guys for your time, and we hope you enjoyed our vlog tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.